The infrahyoid muscles. Structures lying below the hyoid bone. These structures may be grouped into 3 planes. 2. A middle plane consisting of the pretracheal fascia and the thyroid gland, and 3. A deep plane containing the larynx, trachea and structures associated with them. 1. Superficial plane containing the infrahyoid muscles. 1. Infrahyoid muscles. A. Sternohyoid. B. Sternothyroid. C. Thyrohyoid. D. Superior belly of omohyoid. Sternohyoid. Proximal attachment. A. Posterior surface. Adjoining parts of the clavicle and the posterior ligament of Mbbs sternoclavicular. Nerve supply. C1 C3 Ansa cervicalis. Distal attachment. Medial part of lower border of hyoid bone. Actions: depresses the hyoid bone following its elevation during swallowing and during vocal movements. Sternothyroid. It lies deep to the sternohyoid. Proximal attachment. Posterior surface of Mbbs sterling. Adjoining part of first costal cartilage. Distal attachment. Oblique line on the cartilage lamina of the thyroid. Cartilage action. Depresses the larynx after it has been elevated in swallowing and in vocal movements. Nerve supply. C1 C3 Ansa cervicalis. Thyrohyoid. It lie deep to the sternohyoid. Proximal attachment. Oblique line of thyroid cartilage. Distal attachment. Lower border of the body and the greater cornua of the hyoid bone action. Depresses the hyoid bone, elevates the larynx when the hyoid is fixed. Muscles by the suprahyoid muscles. Nerve supply. C1 through hypoglossal nerve. Omohyoid. It has an inferior belly, a common tendon and one superior belly. It rises by the inferior belly and is inserted through the superior belly. Proximal attachment. Upper border of scapula near the suprascapular notch. Adjoining part of suprascapular ligament. Distal attachment. Lower border of body of hyoid bone lateral to the sternohyoid. The central tendon lies on the internal jugular vein at the level of the cricoid cartilage and is bound to the clavicle by a fascial pulley. Action. Depresses the hyoid bone following its elevation during swallowing or in vocal movements. Nerve supply. Superior belly by the superior root of Ansa cervicalis and inferior belly by inferior root of the Ansa cervicalis.